so lonely round the fields of Athenry.
This does give us an opportunity then to hear once more from Tyson Fury, because you've been speaking to...
Well, I know I presented him with this Ring magazine belt last week in Morecambe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, that's exactly what you did. And he explained to you the reasons for jumping into that ring to confront Deontay Wilder, amongst other things, following the America's victory over Arthur Splitker.
I wasn't invited, I wasn't a part of the show, I just gate crashed, and I believe with having number one heavyweight in the world at ringside, it made the fight bigger again than it already was. I made the party a tea party of heavyweight champions.
Wilder kept his cool, but you enacted something with him where you I know he just had a 9-round fight and he had the adrenaline flowing, but you seemed to get into him a little bit.
Yeah, I thought that myself, you know. I challenged him to a fight there and then and told him I wanted to fight him next, and he was chomping.
Did you throw your wallet on the floor on the canvas and your jacket?
I threw my jacket, on the floor.
You threw something else on the floor?
It was a microphone I had in my pocket. Yeah, it all went on the floor, and I was ready to go in the ring, you know. Anything to create a big fight.
But having said that, when I spoke to Lou DiBella about it, he said, man, this guy is just a natural promotion machine, and he said, you know, there was a moment where we were slightly concerned, but then we realised that Tyson understands what he's doing. He's calling this guy out. Does this come from, in some ways, does it come from the fair fight culture, if you like, where one man will call another man out and say, we're going to meet and sort this out somewhere?
Yeah, it does come from that kind of background, and I've just took it to another level as well, you know. There's been heavyweight champions in the past and great champions like Leonard, Robinson, Ali. All those guys used to talk a lot and do a lot of crazy stuff. So it's a long lineage of entertainers, isn't it, involved in the square circle.
People are talking about the rematch with Vladimir Klitschko. There's talk of it being in the Middle East, of it being in Germany, in England. I know you favour it being where it makes the most sense, but no doubt you'd like it to be in the UK. Does Wembley on June the 4th, with Amir Khan not being in the picture now against Kell Brook in that fight, appeal to you? Because Eddie Hearn has booked that date for Wembley, it's obviously available. Is that a venue and a date and a place that appeals to you to fight Klitschko? 80,000 fans?
It does. The venue is very appealing, but, you know, if Eddie Hearn's got anything to do with it, then we don't want any part of it, because I ain't about to slice anybody a slice of my cake who's done nothing. So if he's booked a date, good luck to him. Let him fill Wembley with Kell Brook versus somebody else. He ain't my promoter. He's nothing to do with this team. He's done nothing for us. Why would I want to cut somebody else in a piece of the cake when they're not deserving no cakes or nothing? One
of the things you've revealed is that potentially there was a chance of $120 million fight on a super yacht. That was one of the world's richest men wanted to put on the rematch between you and Klitschko.
Yeah, that's right. He wanted it to be in one of the Arab countries on a super yacht, 120 people only, $1 million a ticket. He was confident he could sell all the tickets, didn't want no TV, no newspapers, just an exclusive rights for the VIP boys club. Very tempting offer. If it was up to me, I'd have taken the offer. But clearly it's not just up to me, there's a lot of parties involved, and it's got to go where it makes the most sense.
It's an extraordinary offer, though, isn't it? I mean, nothing like that's ever been done. Well, maybe it's been done by the pharaohs or the emperors in Rome, or some of those ancient civilizations will have done.
History, though.
No, not in that way. Is it because it's the heavyweight title that this guy wanted?
I think so. You know, people have been trying to crack a fight in Dubai and them Arab countries for a long time now. No one's ever done anything. But if they're going to take a big fight, they need a super fight, and this is their fight, isn't it? So we'll see what plans out.
2016, we're at the start of it. It's going to be a huge year for you. Last year was the most amazing climb to the top of a mountain, presumably. Will we see you grow into being more of a role model? You've mentioned role model. I know you don't like to pin it on yourself, but you know there are people looking up to you as well.
Yeah.
That you know that you will have an influence on people and youngsters, and does it appeal to you in the long term?
To be honest with you, not really, because every man's got to bear his own cross in life. It's no good looking at somebody else who's rich and successful and thinking, oh well, I could do that. It's all about how much drive what an individual's got and how much will he's got to achieve his goals. I didn't get here because I looked at a role model. I got here through hard work, determination and dedication. There are three things: hard work, determination, dedication, that run hand in hand with each other. And if you've got them three things and you want it bad enough, then you can do anything in life.
We spend a lot of time around you as guys that work in the fight industry, and I think you're the same man I met in 2008 when you were making your debut on the Carl Froch Pascal undercard. Spoke to your dad about you then, and he told me a story about you being born premature. Apart from moments when you turn into this kind of freakish entertainer, which I love, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoy it with you. I feel like that myself sometimes. You know, that to enjoy that kind of creative spark in yourself, the loony side of yourself, and I say loony respectfully. It's people love it. Have you always been exactly the same?
I've always been the same person. I don't think I'll ever lose it. I'm a centre of attention, isn't I? It's got to be me, hasn't it? Everywhere I go, it's like even before I was a champion or whatever, I'll always be up front, out there, and it's kind of life and soul of the party type of thing.
When you stop this thing, and you won't be talking about retiring yet, but when you do walk away, your father has said, John has said, you know, and your whole family want you to turn away from the sport at the age of 30 or just after 30, when it's, you know, it's 5-6 fights away. It's a long time away in what you do daily for keeping yourself in the sport and healthy and fit and all those things and having fights. Yeah. What will Tyson Fury do when he hasn't got boxing anymore?
I think I'll get my hand into buying a few properties, renovating them, selling them on, just as a hobby really, just to keep myself active. And I'll still train and keep fit and socialise a bit more than I do now, and that's it really. There's nothing much in life, is there? But what is there? After your career's finished and you're retired and whatever, what do you then do to give you that motivation? You can move into a lot of other trades and businesses type of thing, but it won't be about money when I retire, so it'll be more of a hobby. Do I just play golf or take the kids out and whatever? I just want to spend as much time with family and kids as I can, to be honest, because, you know, we're not here a long time, and spread what little bit of knowledge I've got onto somebody else, give them a helping hand and help others. That's what I'm about, helping other people achieve something in their life and do something positive.
Tyson Fury speaking with Gareth A. Davis, and
we watched the small freebird fly. Our love was on the way. We had dreams and songs to sing. It's so long.